Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call. For Friday, July 15th, 2022, a little after 3 p.m. Eastern. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. Melody Beatty. There is a gift in everything. Life is overflowing with goodness, even in those moments that appear to be the darkest and bleakest. The secret to finding this goodness is to consciously seek it. Open your mind and explore how the challenge you're facing in this now moment is a real blessing in disguise or deeply eternal loving in disguise. Usually when you begin to practice looking for the deep eternal loving, your mind in that moment stops focusing on what's wrong and begins focusing on what's right. In one moment, you begin seeing reality and yourself in a totally new light. You find the eyes of gratitude, and everything you see comes alive. Whenever life shows its dark, sad, depressing side, try giving thanks for this darkness. It will soon pass, like all experiences in this life. Everything will come and go as long as we can stop holding on to them. It is our mind that makes them stay and forces a convoluted judgment onto our experience of reality. Darkness has its purpose. It's to accentuate the most amazing, sparkling, bright light or brilliant light without darkness. We would not see light, nor appreciate any fun, good, peaceful days when they arrive. So for today, my suggestion is this: peer into your darkness, your darkest, most difficult moments, which you've had this past year. Find the deep, eternal loving inside each one. What is the difference between a curse and deeply eternal loving? It's simply the time, angle, and perspective you're viewing it from. Try to see how every challenging experience is forcing a new strength, creativity, or talent to grow inside you. When you give thanks to the darkness, then real miraculous things begin to happen. You no longer run from anything in this world. You stop playing the victim game because you understand how everything in life is happening for you and not to you. The all-intelligent universe is designed to support you in creating your ultimate experience of this life. By having a natural, thankful energy for every experience you meet, life will spontaneously return the favor. It will increase your manifesting ability to attract even more goodies into your life. The attitude of gratitude is one of the most powerful manifesting vibrations that you can tap into. It's being thankful for what you do have. And you'll manifest even more amazing things. Live 24 hours of week in joy, and you'll be astounded how magical this mundane, ordinary life truly is. Gratitude is the foundation to a happy, fulfilling existence. When we are not practicing gratitude, then it doesn't matter how much success we have in the outer world. If we are not wearing our gratitude glasses, then it doesn't matter how amazing our life is. We cannot see or feel it. Nothing truly matters more than our perspective on reality. The ego is programmed to be constantly on the prowl for something better, faster, and more amazing. The ego is designed to never be satisfied. By training your mind ego to be grateful for what is here now, then no matter what you manifest or don't manifest, you will be happy with your life no matter how it turns out. Below or above, it just depends on how you see things. You can keep an attitude of gratitude all day long. You can commit to practicing every moment. If you just practice for 3 days, you will cultivate a vibration that has enough momentum to glide into another 3 days, and then another 3 days, and so on. And eventually, you will flow in gratitude through the rest of the month with ease and grace. Put on your gratitude glasses right now and see the situation as perfect and divine. Wear them for a few hours and watch the magic begin to show up just because you are a gratitude magnet. It is not easy to find happiness in ourselves. It is not possible to find it elsewhere. Agnes Rippler. Choose to live life as a gratitude adventure. This secret is all about taking on this gratitude challenge as an adventure in consciousness. There is no right or wrong way to live life, yet by practicing having gratitude for yourself and other people, situations, events, messages, words, actions, behaviors, and Facebook commentary, you begin experiencing divine grace in action. This takes a very advanced soul to walk this path, as it's about acknowledging that every experience is a gift given directly to you from the God source. We just never know what gifts we are needing to receive each day. And that is what makes life so precious. A real adventure. Each person that you meet is deep, eternal love in disguise, sent from the divine. With the right questioning and listening, you'll hear the personal message meant just for you, to help you see the sacred being you truly are. When life is an adventure in deepening and expanding your experience, gratitude, you can be open to accepting all of life and trust that everything life brings to you is intended to enrich your life, even if it does not first appear that way to the ego mind. Create a daily gratitude focus. Every morning, before your feet get out of bed and touch the floor, choose one thing that will be your gratitude focus of your entire day. Find that one thing that you feel the most grateful for in your life right now, and practice returning to the thought and feeling of it all throughout your day. Milk that thought until there is no juice left inside of it. Your gratitude focus may change with each new day, yet keep to that one which you started with in each morning. The deeper you can dive into one thing you're truly grateful for and remain with it throughout your day, the easier it becomes to slip into a constant state of appreciation again. This is a training your gratitude muscles. The more frequently you practice returning to your first feeling of gratitude, the more magnified it gets. Check your gratitude meter as many times as you can throughout your day. Check in with your level of gratitude. Ask yourself on a scale of 1 to 100, how thankful am I for everything that is in my life right now? If you're anything less than 100%, start making a mental and emotional list of what you are grateful for. Think of anything that makes your heart sing just a little bit. The answers might be as simple as my health, clean air to breathe, my heart is still beating, I have feet to walk on, and I am alive. You can also turn to all those things that you're ungrateful for upside down by simply honoring them as sacred teachers on your spiritual path. As you keep checking your gratitude meter throughout the day, you create a higher state of awareness about what you're thankful for. Which helps you to move consistently back into the peak state. Once your mind gets hooked on the habit of thinking about things that it's grateful for, it will be easier to remain in a state of 100% gratitude 24 hours a day. Reset the complaining mind to thankful thinking. Your mind is probably already somewhat addicted to complaining. It thinks its job is to notify you about every little thing it believes is wrong, imperfect, or probably could make you happier if it wasn't missing from your life. When you try to resist, judge, or ignore these complaining thoughts, you'll find that they do resurface again in a new form and fairly soon. To free your mind from any complaint saboteur forever, simply investigate what the mind really needs, wants, and desires. This complaint is actually coming from a similar helpless part of you who is secretly trying to ask for what you want. Yet this voice feels so small and powerless that it cannot actually speak it. So the next time you hear yourself complain about something, purposefully shift your focus to what it is that you truly want to feel inside yourself in that moment. Gratitude is always a good one. If you don't know what you're missing, so think about what your heart is thankful for. In just a few moments, you'll reset your mind to the program of thankful thinking and finding the good, simple things in life again. The secret here to retrain your brain is in how long you can relax into the feeling of being grateful. Be honest and sincere with yourself and investigate what your heart really is thankful for. Every time you hear a complaint, say to yourself, honestly, I don't care to continue being unhappy. I'm actually really grateful for X, Y, Z. If you are really stuck in a rut and cannot feel any feeling of gratitude, just be curious and ask yourself, what would it feel like to be grateful for this? Gratitude is like the sun in the sky. It's always present, and sometimes it's hidden from our vision by the dark clouds. The mind can get very cloudy when we are always focused on complaints. Find the light in everything, and you will set your mind free. Gratitude is a choice, and you can make the choice of having gratitude your top priority. Your level of commitment equates and equals the degree of success that you'll experience in manifesting what you want out of your life. A commitment is a deep shift in consciousness towards the awareness of what your heart wants. Making a commitment to gratitude can only happen if gratitude becomes one of the most important things in your life. When something is a priority in your life, it takes precedence over everything. This means you're incorporating the no matter what philosophy. Meaning no matter what happens, you are choosing to be grateful. No matter what they do or say, you can be thankful for something. Your dedication and devotion to gratitude also acts as a massive magnet for what is good and beautiful. When you are 100% committed to living in gratitude, you instantly become a magnet for what you love and desire, which then makes it even easier to remain in devotion. Being grateful for the ability to be committed creates an even more powerful magnetizing energy. Try it today. Focus on the experience of gratitude. It's the most important thing in your life. All day today, you'll be amazed at what happens next. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I am sure that we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies. Now we all know that we are not the body. We are not the name. We are not the character, the personality. We are not the status in this life. We are the God within the body. We are the love. We are the gratitude. We are the bliss, the joy, the gentleness, the kindness, the generosity, and humbleness. All of that is a reflection of the gods that we are. And by relaxing these bodies that we're in, head to toe, inside and out, through the breath. Through the breath. Easy and slowly in through the nose. Easy and slowly out through the mouth. Now the body is a magnet, sponge. It absorbs everything. Most of the things we aren't aware that it's absorbing. All our stress, fear, anxiety, worry, anger, hatred, greed, revenge, the body absorbs. So it gives you a point of reference to ponder. Why would I put out hatred, anger, greed, revenge? Why would I put that out? Why would I, have that and have the body absorb it? Why wouldn't I concentrate on my gratitude? Put my energies in that. Doesn't make any sense to put your energies in something so low vibrational frequency. And we store in these bodies, each of us differently. We store stress everywhere. And it could be in the strangest places. Elbow, ear. And after a while, it's like let's say you have a garage, right, or a basement. And you keep filling it with stuff. And some of the stuff you never use, you get it, so it just keeps filling up. Then you get to the point where you go, wow, I'm out of room. And you can't shut the door anymore for the garage. And so you go, wow, I gotta get rid of stuff so I can put more stuff. It's just like a pressure cooker. And the body only can absorb so much. And if you don't learn how to release it, then you end up with issues. Biological ones. So it is a focus and a practice every day. Letting go. Not once in a while. It's every single day. Letting go. Gratitude. And see, many people, because of the ego-mind grip the ego-mind has on us, they can't comprehend the fact, say, well, you're sick, but you're grateful to have a body to be sick with. Right? A lot of people just can't embrace that. Well, that's silly. So I'm happy I have a body so that the body is sick so I can experience the sickness. But in reality, that's exactly right. This is when we talk about gratitude. And it's a 24/7. It isn't on occasion. It's all the time. But it depends on the commitment from each of us. And it's a choice. You could either choose to be, well, let's say complacent, not focused on gratitude, but rather focused on what's wrong, what you're unhappy about, what's upsetting to you. And it's actually a reverse. It's an about face. It's the opposite. Astronomically impactful and powerful when each of us choose gratitude. And letting the body relax. And that's right, letting it relax. Most of us don't do that. How many people have gone on rest and recuperation, R&R, right? And then when it's all said and done, they say, I need another couple of weeks to recuperate from the R&R. Because they believe that they're supposed to go out there and just cram everything into a little space, which is overtaxing the body. Imagine someone says, well, you took a vacation, you're taking a vacation. Yeah, what are you going to do? Nothing. What? I'm not going to do anything. That's my vacation. I'm just going to be. And I'm going to stay in gratitude. I'm going to focus more on gratitude, quite frankly. And I'm going to stay in the now. See, we always believe that we got to be doing something. We feel guilty if we don't, right? many people have said to themselves, they're sitting and they go, oh, I got to get going. I can't just sit all day. I got to do things. I got to get things done. Isn't that right? So they start feeling guilty. So then they start doing things. But once in a while, to take a day and do nothing is rejuvenating. Because you're able to contemplate and look at things. Maybe make a couple adjustments here and there. And see, when you drop into the heart mind, your body starts letting go. It's not white knuckling everything, grabbing onto everything, coveting everything. You're free, much freer. And being in the now is connected to gratitude. Because you're always grateful for the very moment that you're in. And anything that is tending that moment. It's a choice. It's absolute choice for any of us. See, in gratitude, then you say, what am I happy? Okay. What am I happy for? What am I happy about? Well, for starters, you're alive. That's a big one. And in most cases, you can talk. I mean, there's when we go through things and we realize how many things we take for granted. Many things we take for granted on a daily basis. Does it make sense that we start to move the dial towards gratitude? Tune right in on it. Being grateful for you. Right? It's like, think about this. The majority of people have never been in a situation, right, where they didn't have a bed, they didn't have a roof over their head. In fact, they didn't even know how they were going to get any food. But people that experience that are in a much more, in a gratitude place of being grateful because they know what it's like not to have that. See? They know what it's like not to have that. Now, of course, if you've never not had it, what does that do? Well, you can't. There's no reference. Okay. Now, your ego mind will conjure up a fear of experiencing that, but 9 times out of 10, you won't experience it firsthand, physically. You'll have a fear of it, but you have not experienced it. It's the same as with someone being wealthy, but have never been poor. So how do they know what wealthy is? It's a big thing. That's why you'll see so many people disgruntled or dissatisfied that have all kinds of wealth but are very depressed. How does someone who's poor know what it's like to be wealthy? They don't. These are all things in our lives that they just kind of pass us by. It's simple things too, because you ever had a stuffed, head and nose and you can't breathe, right? And you don't, to breathe easy and not to have any of that has been taken for granted until you don't have it anymore. You ever done that? And you say, I'd give anything to breathe clearly with no congestion. That's why moving into gratitude and staying into gratitude is absolutely paramount. 24/7. And this helps you keep your body relaxed. Because when we all move into the now through our breath, all the stress, anxiety, worry, fear, all these thoughts are gone. Okay? The ego mind cannot exist in the now. And so all the mind chatter isn't there in the now. The 60,000 plus thoughts a day that we put out are not there. The 10 millions and billions of thoughts that are basically programs that fly by like clouds in the skies we're not there. It's like total silence. And you still the ego mind, subconscious mind, so you watch them. This is the only way to learn how to master them. You watch them. You don't judge them. You just watch how they operate. And you start figuring it out. You say, okay, that's an ego thought. It's an ego mind thought. I don't care to interact with that. I don't care to participate in it. You might get angry at something, right? And most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, it's ego mind insecurity. So you basically identify as that's an ego mind. I'm not going to entertain it. And you watch what happens, because this is how we begin to master them, and they stop mastering us. Being gentle, kind, generous, and humble with oneself at all times is also paramount. Being in the deepest of the deepest, purest of the purest, highest of the highest, eternal gratitude is imperative. And the alternative to doing that is plunging yourself into the insecurities of the ego mind and under its control. That's a no-brainer choice, isn't it? I don't care to engage myself with the ego mind. I'm done with that. I'll focus all of my energies and attention on the now in deep gratitude, 24/7, being gentle, kind, and generous, and humble with myself at all times. See, it's all about you. Because you're the only one to make those choices. No one else is. It's all about you. The more you discover about who and what you are, the more you'll understand. And the less you'll have any motivation to continually entertain the ego mind. Now, on occasion, because the ego mind is there, it will try to figure out a way to get us out of the now into yesterday or tomorrow. Okay. And on occasion, we'll kind of float off. right? But the neat thing is that we'll identify it, say, I'll focus on my breath and I'll be in the now. 3,000% of the time, every time. And this is a practice, of course, is a choice, but why wouldn't you choose to do that? Now, we kind of find ourselves standing in front of three paths. And the paths, they're pretty much, they look alike. I mean, 1, 2, 3, we're in the center path at the moment. And the center path is the now. You've got a path on the left yesterday. You got a path on the right tomorrow. And you notice that the trees have formed a golden canopy over each path. The leaves, the bark, and the branches shimmering gold. And you'll notice that each path has a brilliant emerald green flaming grass. Appears to be grass. Now you do notice there is a difference. The path on the left, yesterday, past, it's really been used, heavy duty. Same with the one on the right, tomorrow, the future. They've been really used, really used. The one we're standing on, the center, the now, looks brand new. And we know why this is. Most don't. We know why this is. Because the ego mind doesn't want us in the now because it isn't in the now. It can't be. But, we reminisce. We have memories. Fun to have memories and excuse me, they come over us. And we kind of, that was a fun time. I really had a good time doing that, and I'd like to do it again. And, and we kind of use our past experiences sometimes as guides. We'll say, well, I did this years ago this way, it didn't work, but I believe if I try it this way, it will work. So it's kind of a mix match of guiding and referencing and resource information that we build up through the years. And we have this thing called the subconscious mind. And it is the great recorder because it records everything. It records from you time to enter that baby body on onward and forward. It records everything. That doesn't mean you're aware of that. And interestingly enough, it randomly will play it back. This is why you could be anywhere doing anything. And you get this feeling that you say, I've done this before, I know it. It's almost eerie because I know I've done this before. And the point is you have. And subconscious mind has replayed a recording. Now, it could be this life or any lifetime you have, say. But neither here nor there, when you feel like you've done something before or you've been there before, you have. Period. So we have this great hall, right? And, we take the yesterday path and we open the door, turn on a light to the Great Hall. Now, if you enter a room, you're not usually conscious about it, but you'll flash your eyes on the ceiling and the walls. When you walk into your Great Hall, you do that, but there's no ceiling or walls because it's so vast. They're there somewhere. But you'll go in, you'll get some movies, some books, and pictures of your life experiences that you wish to review, reminisce with. And you'll go sit in the easy chair and you'll see this big rectangle, white rectangle, right, floating in the air. So you'll watch some of the movies, and you'll read some of the books, and you'll look at some of the pictures, and you'll have a good time. But you don't stay there. You'll put everything away, turn off the light, shut the door, move forward in life, and on occasion, you'll revisit. But some of us unconsciously will stay there so long that we take that past, we bring it into a future that doesn't exist. We create that future from that past, and we relive that past in that future. This is why people will say no matter what we do, we always seem to end up here. Now, we all are poked and prodded to go into the future. It's the ego mind poking us, pushing us, yanking on us. Right? You get a little exasperated, hurried, frustrated. So you take the tomorrow path. When we go into the tomorrow path, we sit there and we say, well, I got to find out things. I've got to find someone that can tell me certain things. And there's a lot of them out there. Astrologers, numerologists, there's tarot card readers of all kinds, tea leaf readers, palm readers, pendulum readers, crystal readers, psychics, clairvoyants. But someone will tell you a story. Okay? You'll ask them, this is what I want to know. And whatever tools they're using, they will use them, and then they will give you a reading. And most of the time, it's the request is money. It really is. That's the number one request. When am I going to have enough money to enjoy my life? So they'll come out and they'll say, hey, you're going to have a windfall, a massive amount of money coming in out of clear blue. And it's going to be within the next couple weeks. And they don't give you an exact time, AM, PM, exact moment. They give you that. Right? Now, the responses to that. First response is someone that just did it for giggles and has no faith or trust in any of it and just blows it off, right? The second one is the one that just absolutely goes bonkers with it. Puts it down on their calendar, white knuckles it, grips it so tight it has no room to breathe, and then forms all these expectations and attachments. And the attachments are to the outcome, right? And the expectations are of all the things that they're going to be able to do. All the things. Well, then I'll be able to do this, and then I can get this, and I can do that, and I can do this, and boom, 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 boom. Then the third person takes it. They have total trust and confidence in themselves and the universe, period. They have no doubt. They take it and they make sure it's as clear as possible to the universe. Okay? And once they've done that, they leave it alone. They have no expectations. They form none. They don't have any attachments to the outcome of it. Now, the one that will manifest it every single time is the third one. Right? The other two, well, the first one, forget it. And the second one, maybe once in a blue moon. And all along, see, the enticement is stay out of the now. Through the ego mind, stay out of the now. You don't need to be there. Be with me. Yesterday, tomorrow, tomorrow, yesterday. Just stay there, you'll be fine. And that's why we all suffer. Now, we're faced with an illusion. It's a big one. And the illusion is this: separation. We're all convinced that we're separate from each other. Okay? So our perspective is a lot different. So we're with the ego mind, and we go into yesterday or tomorrow. Okay? And we suffer. We have disappointments, we're let down, frustrated, all kinds of stuff. Because we live yesterday or tomorrow, never the now. Now we have parts of ourselves, the gods that we are. And some of those parts are stone cold asleep. You can throw those parts into freezing temperature ice water, and they aren't going to wake up. In due time they will, but only they know when. And the other side is we have parts of ourselves, the gods that we are, that are consciously aware and awake. Consciously aware means is that we are of and from, we know we are, through the heart mind, that we are of and from the highest of the highest, high, the deepest of the deepest, deepest, the purest of the purest, purest, eternal love. And we deeply love both parts, the asleep parts and the awake parts. All physical forms of any kind are inhabited by gods too, and those gods experiencing those forms. That means Pleiadians, Sirians, Arcturians, Andromedans, Feline Zeta Reticuli, Anunnaki, Nords, Greys, Draco Reptilian, Golden Pyramid Apion. Yeah, they're in physical bodies, but the gods in those bodies are the same as the gods in our bodies. We're not separate. Same with the inhabitants of Inner Earth, Hollow Earth, Agartha, beneath her. Ascended Masters were in physical form. Right? They hold pure consciousness God form, which is what we are in the body. The sooner that this civilization realizes that it is not the body, the more miraculous things will shift. If you look at Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Christ, El Morya, Vedantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua. That's why we say that all of us are Buddhas. All of us are Maitreyas. Okay? You can't see, because we're part of it. Fairy sprites, elves, gnomes, dwarves, trees, trolls, elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, centaur, the minotaur, same thing. Archangels, cherubim, seraphim. Their gods are in those bodies. They have a god within them. Same as the God within our bodies. We're all helping each other. A lot of us are not consciously aware of it. We still think that we're separate. All of our loved ones who ascend right out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes we've inhabited. See, the God that ascends out of those bodies is no different than the God that is within these bodies. Now, we, the gods in these bodies, right? We have the ability to be more than one place at once. We also have the ability to travel in a blink of the eye across galaxies and universes. We haven't discovered that yet. Not yet. We will eventually. So we look at this planet, and we collectively say, the gods that we are, it's time that we cleanse this planet, purify it of all pure evil, all souls that have allowed too much darkness to come in, lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies, all of it. And we do it with what we're made of, pure, deep, eternal love. And we're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one, and we're all God, and we're all love. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to grow, intensify, and expand. Now we immediately form a super bright white fire circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia Arya. This emanates from the gods within these bodies, pure, deep, eternal love. And it is so bright that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. You could take 1 trillion suns, group them all together, and they would pale in comparison to the light that we are. This is saturating, permeating, flooding this planet. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe, permeating it all. And it isn't temporary, it's infinity and beyond. And we begin to ascend above the planet. As we do, we're immediately met with this massive ocean of glow. What is it? It's us. It's glittering and reflecting everywhere. Nothing that we could come up with on this planet could come close to describing it. But you get it through the heart mind and understand it. All these sparkling everywhere, right? Glitter. Nothing like the glitter on this planet. And we look at pieces of ourselves, the gods that we are, in these reflective points, which are everywhere. And they're like little microscopic, perfectly etched, clear mirrors, and we enter them, and we discover that all of us, in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever, our learning and teaching. This is what we do. You know, God enters a tree because God wants to experience that tree. You entered the humanoid form because you want to experience the humanoid form. Someone else enters a frog. One of the other gods enters a frog because that God wants to experience what it's like to be a frog. Makes sense, doesn't it? All this dogma, stigmatism that we've been saturated in for eternity must end. You know, and it starts to end when we stop living outside of ourselves, when we choose to live within ourselves. What is life? Yeah? What is life? God. So in a way, we create these life forms, these forms, right? Physical forms, so that we can occupy them. You imagine what it would be like if we didn't have anything to enter and experience? Everybody be sitting around like a sack of potatoes. And we're all teaching each other, whether you know it or not. A simple thing like a butterfly flying in front of you is teaching you something. A dog, a cat, a horse, a cow, you know, bird in the sky. I mean, it's endless. It's endless. Now, we, the gods that we are in these bodies, create things. They give us, they remind us, because we do have amnesia to a certain extent, right? Because we forgot who and what we are. So we create these columns of light to remind us, the gods that we are in these bodies. So you have Archangel Raphael. Raphael's carrying a omnipotently powerful emerald green flaming healing light. This reminds us, the gods that we are in these bodies, that we are the power of healing these bodies. It doesn't mean that we can all just heal them overnight yet. But the more we embrace who and what we are within, the quicker that will be. Then we have Archangel Michael. He carries a violet, blue, purple flaming light. This reminds us, the gods that we are, of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. If you don't know how powerful you are, what good is it to be powerful? Okay? Then we have the white fire. This is a column of light that we created, the gods that we are. That all of us are imbued with a white fire armor that emanates from the gods that we are within these bodies, which is pure, deep, eternal love, which is the highest and the highest high vibrational frequencies, which is impenetrable. It's that, you know, you've got lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies, pure evil, souls that have taken in too much darkness. They can't be around that frequency or they will vanish. They'll vaporize. So they leave us alone. And as long as you maintain that frequency, you will never, ever be in harm's way. Ever. Yet, only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency, consciously or unconsciously, low enough, through hatred, anger, greed, fear, revenge, envy, dishonesty, manipulation. You will lower your vibrational frequency low enough, create a breach in your white fire armor, allowing all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Then you have possibilities of demon possession, attachments, and other things. You do decide to do this, we have fail-safes in place. We, the gods in these bodies. And the first one is a double column of light. First part of the column is the purple transmuting flame. We created this part of the column of light to remind us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, sending them to pure consciousness where they are, no more. Second part of this column of light is the violet ray. This reminds us that we can bring in the violet ray right after the purple transmuting flame. Cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matters, survival matter frequencies were. Sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our vibrational harmony to the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, and purest of the purest purest. Eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We are then met with the golden white pink light. This is a column of light that we, the gods in these bodies, created to remind us all that we are the sun, the sunlight, the rain and the rainbows. We are the sunsets and the sunrises. We are the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams, the clouds in the sky, the trees and the forest and the soils and the animals. We're everything. Everything is us. Now, most of us will look at a sunset and say, isn't that beautiful? Right? And we do it through the ego mind. Isn't that beautiful? And the beautiful part is true because it's the God within you. Now, through the heart mind and those who journey within, they'll look at that same sunset and they'll say, that is the God that I am. And they'll look at a bird flying above them and say, that is the God that I am. And no separation. Now, we continue to ascend above the planet. Some of us, carrying physical form, decide to step outside our physical form, hover effortlessly above it. And the reason that we do that is because we can, and it's a lot of fun. We come into full contact with this massive crystalline light tower. We, the gods in these bodies, created this tower larger than the solar system and beyond. In the center of the column is a massive oblong sphere. In the center of the sphere is a golden white bowl of light. It is surrounded in turn by numerous multicolored rings of light that seem to go to infinity and beyond. All of these create this super bright, sparkling, misty cloud. Super bright white. It's absorbed into our heart minds. And it feels like a warm embrace that never ends. Now we discover that the golden white bowl of light is the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal love. Then comes gratitude, well-being, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, massive prosperity, and massive abundance. And all of this is a reflection of the gods that we are within these bodies. Now, at the top of this column, we designed it, the gods that we are within these bodies. So the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees, infinity and beyond, as it's doing right now. And what is the golden ocean? It is pure, deep, eternal love. saturating, permeating, and flooding this planet. No escape from it. All of us are drops of this golden ocean. We also hold the essence of this golden ocean. Golden ocean is a drop, drops of the golden ocean. And the only illusion is separation. And we see our meditative sphere. It's that center circle. All of us, the gods that we are within these bodies, created this sphere over 4 years ago. It holds, counting to 1,900 meditations in perpetual motion. Think about that. Every day, 7 days a week, for over 4 years. Hundreds of millions of us on and off world, consciously aware, for complete liberation of this planet Earth Gaia Arya from all pure evil. This massive. Why do you think that there's so many changes happening? It's not out of the clear blue. That's why this sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. This is why it continues to intensify, it continues to expand. All those meditations. Now you can see what's happening through your heart minds, not the ego mind, through the heart mind, in meditation. And you can see what we've done. We have created an atmosphere of golden white, pink light, which is pure, deep, eternal love. It's everywhere. Okay? We've created a sky, golden white, pink, flaming, super bright light. We watch as we see all of this dark matter evaporating from the planet everywhere. And it's not black, it's beyond black, it is so dark. And this is pure evil, this is AI, rogue, goop, this is all of it. And it's being evaporated from the planet. As soon as it hits this atmosphere of pure, deep, eternal love, it disintegrates, starts flashing away. If any of it gets to the sky, it is completely flashed out. It doesn't exist. This is what's happening with this planet. In all life, the highest supreme value in the universe is those who are still in the lower rungs of dimensional frequencies, they will stay there. The rest of us won't. What area of your life do you most need to create something completely new? Often people get hung up on avoiding the material world because they assume it is not spiritual. Yet how will you feel when you follow through and complete that one task that you are avoiding doing? This is about being at peace with yourself and your life as it is. Do that one thing. Do that one thing today that you've been avoiding doing. This will allow you to be a new person whose mind is calm, bright, and completely at ease. Don't wait. Do that one thing that will put your mind at ease right now. I'll join you in meditation, and I'll return and close us out. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose and an easy and slow breath out of the mouth. Be still. Start your day with a simple practice of relaxing your body from head to toe. The more your body relaxes, the more your mind will be at ease, and the greater the inner peace will be. After your body is relaxed, bring your mind to stillness by visualizing a large, beautiful, calm lake that is as smooth as glass. Let your mind merge with the water. However long it takes to reach this quiet stillness, keep sitting until your mind drowns in the complete stillness of the lake. When you get a good idea, when you get a good dose of stillness, you will see and you will have full access to the highest universal power and intelligence available in this universe. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night and following morning. And we'll return here Saturday, July 16th, 2022, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call. We will not have a reverse aging health call tonight.